This is Viewers Corner News. Our news analysis today are on: the use of force by France is surely going to worsen its acceptability on the continent of Africa. Budgeting billions of naira for palliative care by President Bola Tinubu's government for Nigerians is an economic waste. President Bola Tinubu will be disqualified based on the facts before the election petition tribunal of Nigeria. It is just a matter of time. This is how the Viewers Corner News team defined coup plotting on the continent of Africa, especially in Nigeria. President Bola Tinubu, who did not meet the constitutional requirement of Nigeria, 25% in FCT Abuja, is now calling on the Niger Republic to restore constitutional order in the country. Stay with us. The use of force by France is surely going to worsen its acceptability on the continent of Africa. The Viewers Corner News team has discussed about this issue in the past, and we are doing so again. France should start rendering sincere apologies to African countries where its presence has caused severe hardship and dehumanization to the citizens of those countries. Using a country in Africa or sending France's military to go to Africa to begin a fight that they can never win is definitely going to worsen France's situation on the continent of Africa. Right now, Africans are so angry and disappointed because of France's dominance on the continent. The Viewers Corner News team investigated the activities of France in all the French-speaking countries of Africa and discovered that France does not have any regard for them. Those countries were treated as subhuman beings based on what we saw on the ground. We also discovered that over 75% of the earnings from some of these French African colonies are deposited in France, and many more. Now, the children of Africa are saying no to any form of manipulation and victimization. So, if France wants to remain relevant in Africa, they should treat those countries they colonized as equal partners. These countries are not asking for too much. Hence, the Viewers Corner News team is calling on the leadership of France to retrace their footsteps and begin a process of dialogue with those countries in Africa that they subjected to nothing while at the same time stealing their natural resources. Doing so would soften the minds of those countries in Africa, and perhaps they would be willing to let go of the past and begin a new friendly era with France. The approach to whatever we seek or do in life is the key to how people are going to see and take us. Hence, we are calling on France to begin a process of dialogue with countries on the continent of Africa before it is too late. Budgeting billions of naira for palliative care by President Bola Tinubu's government for Nigerians is an economic waste. Making billions of naira available to Nigerians as palliatives by the government of Nigeria is not a wise economic decision because this is temporary and would not solve the economic needs of the people of Nigeria. Now here our point on this issue: President Bola Tinubu should know how and why the people of Nigeria are passing through hard times since he became the president of Nigeria. First, the price increase on petrol has affected all sectors of the economy. Nigerians can no longer afford to move around to buy essential commodities or even go to work because of the increase in fuel prices. Companies using fuel or diesel can no longer finance their businesses, thereby making things extremely expensive in the country. These are the things that have been causing real problems in Nigeria. To fix these problems, President Bola Tinubu should use the money for palliatives and those he mapped out to give to the lawmakers at the National Assembly to fix Nigeria's refineries so that they can be functional. A situation where fuel and diesel can be purchased at a lower price. This is just one aspect of the solution. Another is to invest more in agriculture so that food can be available to Nigerians instead of giving them money to buy commodities that are not easily available in the market. If proper plans were put in place by President Bola Tinubu's government, the money budgeted for the lawmakers at the National Assembly of Nigeria, added to the one budgeted for palliatives, could fix Nigeria's refineries, which would in the end solve more than half of Nigeria's economic problems. President Bola Tinubu will be disqualified based on the facts before the election petition tribunal of Nigeria. It is just a matter of time. The people of Nigeria are only waiting for the pronouncement from the judiciary of Nigeria concerning President Bola Tinubu's disqualification. Hence, all eyes are on the judiciary. A man who forged his birth certificate as alleged, a man whose primary schoolmates are not known. A man who does not meet the constitutional requirements of the country cannot be the president of Nigeria. This is why the Constitution of Nigeria is going to disqualify President Bola Tinubu. There are so many issues against President Bola Tinubu of Nigeria, and for the country to move forward, the people of Nigeria should have a leader whose identity is properly established. So the judiciary of Nigeria should follow the guidelines of the Constitution of Nigeria and make their judgment. If the judiciary of Nigeria deviates from the truth, then Nigerians both at home and abroad may not take it lightly with them. Hence, the Viewers Corner news team is appealing to the judiciary of Nigeria to be on the side of truth, no matter the pressure they are getting from higher authorities in the country. Again, all eyes are on the judiciary of Nigeria, and the whole world is watching to see how things unfold. How the Viewers Corner news team defined coup plotting on the continent of Africa, especially in Nigeria. The Independent National Electoral Commission of Nigeria and some judges in Nigeria are manipulated and allegedly took bribes to install some politicians who did not win elections. A man whose credentials are believed to be forged, a man whose source of income is not properly known to the people of his country, or a man who was once a drug lord falls into this category of coup plotting. Secondly, France forcing African countries, which they colonized, to have more than half of the earnings of their various countries deposited in France is coup plotting. Thirdly, having France's military stationed on the continent of Africa to monitor what they are stealing from Africa is coup planning. France and other European countries, including the United States of America, subjecting other third-world countries to abject poverty by not giving them the chance to use the natural resources of their various countries to develop their nations is coup plotting. Some countries in the world that refer to themselves as advanced nations sit at the United Nations and make decisions for other third-world nations. This is coup plotting, and every form of injustice should be regarded as coup plotting. What the Viewers Corner news team has described here is part of what triggered the young leaders of Africa to say enough is enough. They want to be in charge of their various countries. Again, any sincere human being who believes in humanity and also wants the betterment of everyone around the world would agree with what the new generation of leaders in Africa are fighting for. So France and other countries of the world opposing military takeover in Africa should initiate sitting at a round table to dialogue with the new generation of leaders in Africa. This is the only way France can be heard. Again, the use of force is going to worsen France's situation on the continent of Africa because these new generation of leaders in Africa are certainly not going to back down. So let the right thing be done, and done quickly. You cannot steal from someone for so long and expect the person to be quiet. Such a manipulative system is very wrong and should stop. President Bola Tinubu, who did not meet the constitutional requirement of Nigeria, 25% in FCT Abuja, is now calling on the Niger Republic to restore constitutional order in the country. This is surprising to hear. At this point, we shall call it what it is. You cannot be sworn into office as President of Nigeria through a manipulative system and then turn around and ask another sovereign nation to obey constitutional orders by returning an alleged corrupt democratic leader of the Niger Republic to office. Such a double-standard game being played by President Bola Tinubu of Nigeria is unacceptable. We would also use this opportunity to call on President Adama Barrow of Gambia to always think before taking decisions. Supporting Nigeria's decision to go to war in the Niger Republic because Nigeria may have assisted you in the past does not make you a good leader. Always be on the side of truth, even if you have been assisted by Nigeria in the past. Going to another country to remove a military government that the people of that country accepted is not the right thing to do. The Niger Republic has already appointed a prime minister who is an economist to manage the affairs of the country. Hence, the Viewers Corner news team is calling on all African countries to join hands to move the Niger Republic to the next level. War should not be an option, no matter how those in support of such a system may try to justify it. If you want to get more analysis on politics and good governance, health issues and others, subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell. Thanks for watching.